Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Mega Man X for the Wii Virtual Console. Here's our password. We're going to use it and take us back to the stage select screen where you see we've grayed out Chill Penguin, Storm Eagle, and Flame Mammoth. Now it's time to take out Spark Mandrill. He is going to be weak to the shotgun ice that we got from Chill Penguin. We're going to have to revisit this stage because we need Boomer Kwango's weapon to get the sub-tank in it. But otherwise, we got what we need to get through this stage. It's going to be a little bit easier. See, there's that little debris from the plane from Storm Eagle stage. If you come to the stage first, before defeating Storm Eagle, what happens is there's like electric currents running along the floor. Also, the screen doesn't get as dark as it does here, but this is where the Storm Tornado comes in really good handy. You can shoot it out in front of you and it kind of clears a path in front of you, so when you're making these jumps, you can take out these bugs that kind of fly across and hit you. The Storm Tornado is also good against the mini-boss here. We can charge it up and use the the vertical attack of it to pretty much just wipe through this boss. 2 of the vertical attacks and then 1 horizontal finishes it off, so now we can keep on heading up. Feel free to use the Storm Tornado as much as possible, because like I said, it takes out pretty much enemies in 1 hit, and it's good for clearing the way out in front of you for tricky jumps. There's going to be these turtle enemies, and that's what the Storm Tornado is really good for. There they are, the turtle enemies. They take a lot of hits. 1 hit with the Storm Tornado takes them out, so we got a little bit of a tricky jump here to get the heart piece. You could come back here with the boomerang cutter, which is like a boomerang. If it hits something, it brings it back to you. But we can make this jump without it, or without that, but we get the heart piece there. Like I said, we're going to be coming back to the stage anyway, but luckily the sub-tank is at the very beginning, so we don't have to do a lot of backtracking to where we do come back to the stage with the boomerang cutter. So we're almost to the end of the stage here. It's very similar to the beginning, where we got these jumps we gotta make over over pits in the darkness, but you know, we just hang out there, wait until it turns light. And, this guy, he just doesn't want to get hit. Yeah, the shotgun ice, if it hits something, it smashes and forms a little spread shot. Which is gonna be really good against Spark Mandrill here, because if we miss him, the spread shot will still bounce back and hit him, and still freeze him. You don't have to hit him with the entire ice block to freeze him. As long as the little piece hits him, he'll be frozen. So you can kind of lock him down pretty easily. Good thing is when he raises his arms up, that's your chance to hit him. So you can almost stun lock him with the ice. And with that, we've gotten a Spark Mandrill out of the way. So, his weapon, not too good, but it is important for taking on the next Maverick, which will be Armored Armadillo, who's actually one of the tougher Mavericks because he's armored, but thankfully the Spark Shot will remove his armor. So, now, Armored Armadillo is a good place to refill your sub-tanks. Because you'll see at the beginning here, there's this section where there's a bunch of these mechanical bats, and you can defeat them really easily, and they tend to drop a lot of energy. So see, we got this little minecart we can drive. And just gotta be careful, but it gets you through the thing real quick. But here's where all these bats are. And you'll notice there's one bat here that looks regular. That regular bat, we'll point him out later on when we come back to refill. He tends to drop 1-ups. so that's a good way to refill up your lives when you're filling up your sub-tanks. So, yeah, capture cards acting a little funky there, but we'll see it in a little bit, so we have these annoying mole miners here. We want to avoid that first one there, climb up, because behind him is the sub-tank, the third sub-tank. Now, the miners take a lot of shots to defeat, but they seem to be really weak against the fire. The fire just tears them up. So we want to destroy them as quick as possible because, one, it lets us sometimes get a bunch of stuff that we couldn't get otherwise. Like, those energy things would have been out of reach if the miner, that mole miner just kept going along the way there, so. But we're going to meet another one of them a little bit later, so. And you're going to have to destroy that one quick as well, because if you don't, you won't be able to reach the heart piece. So, got more of the Mel's, the hard hat hooligans. Guess it makes sense, being in a mine. They have miners' helmets, so. Taking quite a bit of damage here, but that's okay. Like I said, the enemies respawn here pretty frequently, so that's why another reason why it makes it really good to place to refill your energy. We're gonna take a little minecart ride here. Just stay off to the left, and nothing should be able to hit us. Just gotta be careful at the end there. No jump. We got another section here where we are gonna have one of those other mole miners coming up, so let's get our fire. Get behind it, shoot it with the fire, destroy it. There we go. Just keep heading over here, and you'll eventually see there. There's the heart piece. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to reach it if, like I said, the miner would have reached there, because it would have chopped down the wall. We wouldn't be able to jump up that high. So we've got our final little minecart ride here. Just stick off to the side. Got these birds. You want to shoot them because they'll get in your way when there's a big pit coming up here. Just keep shooting ahead. Now there's going to be a little kind of a thing here. We want to jump at the very end and see there's that little section up there. You have to see that 5 times to get a special hidden upgrade later on in the game. So we'll be returning to this stage to refill our sub-tanks, get some 1-ups, and to get that thing. But a special capsule appears there if you have all the heart pieces, all the sub-tanks, and all their upgrades. So you can't hurt Armored Armadillo when he has his shields up, but you can eliminate the shields by hitting him with a spark shot. And then he's pretty much vulnerable, so. You saw the charged up spark shot. What it does is shoots a big wall of electricity to the left and to the right. So. Charged shots with the weapons will do more damage as well to enemies and to bosses, so. Here we get a nice little item here, the rolling shield. Shoots a big ball that rolls out in front of us. The secondary effect of that is the ball will surround X and basically create a shield around him. So, and depending on the type of enemy that the shield comes in contact with, it'll either be like eliminated immediately, or for some, it can hold up really long time. So, but. We're gonna get Launch Octopus is probably one of the most offensive-oriented mavericks. He shoots a lot of missiles, he jumps around, he's very spastic, so he can be kind of tough. So I guess it makes sense that a very offensive-oriented enemy we will be taking on with a shield weapon. So the rolling shield is what is Launch Octopus's weakness. And pretty much everything else in his stage is weak to the air shooter. So, you got these little submarines. You can use the air shooter to... the rolling shield is actually better against this thing, but I want to save some of the rolling shield for, obviously boss. And one hit with the air thing will take off that little telescope on the top. So... So eventually I'll switch off to the rolling shield. So because our arrow shooter will be better used against a bunch of mini bosses in this stage. Hey, we got another one up there. Nice. Yeah, there's quite a few, I guess, mini bosses. We have another one of those submarines coming up. We have a boat, and then we have these sea serpents. The boat and the sea serpents will both want to be using our whatchamacallit, our air storm tornado on them. So rolling shield is good on this. If you come back here after you defeat Sting Chameleon, you can, the Chameleon Sting is also good against these guys. Yeah, the rolling shield cuts right through them, so. Let's get to our air thing. Speaking of air, we got these little, like, tornado things here. They don't hurt you, but they push you up to the top. You can get to the top of this, I guess, is like an oil rig. And we can also use one of them a little bit later to get onto this boat that's going to be shooting like depth charges at us. So there it is. We want to get up there, shoot it with the air shooter, and that just destroys it right away. And like those B helicopters in the intro stage, by destroying this boat, it destroys the floor. We sink down a little further, and this is where we're going to get our heart piece. But we got another little mini boss we got to take care of here. We got this sea snake, one of two. You can hit it in its head or its tail, and the air shooter does a ton of damage to it, so, yep. Finish it off. And that'll allow us to go over a little further to the right, and we get our heart piece here, so. Like Flame Mammoth, in the refight against the Launch Octopus, I'll be showing something off, a little neat little Easter egg, I guess you can call it. So here's something neat you can do. If you have the a charged up storm tornado, you can use it here, and actually you can hit the snake before he even appears on the screen. So yeah, that way you can take him out really easily. And once you finish him off, we just have a few more of these little fish to take care of, and we'll be at Launch Octopus. Now the fish, if they eat you, they don't damage you, but you just have to, they're kind of annoying, you just have to shoot them a bunch of times to break out of them, so. Launch Octopus, he's pretty neat, he like points at you and he's like, you're going down. He's like, you're going down. So he jumps around, he shoots missiles at you. He also has this, like typhoon attack, where if you're in that column of air, when he uses it, he will suck you up into him, and then he'll latch his tentacles onto you, and then he'll start stealing your energy and hurting you and healing himself. So, yeah, even with this weakness here, yeah, I used a little bit too much of the weakness on the stage, so I'm gonna have to use my sub-tank just to be safe, and now I'm gonna just have to finish him off with the X-Buster. So, but luckily he's almost done, so we just tank the damage. Since we can't hurt him when he's in that state, you might as well just charge your Buster. Dash away from him and charge your Buster, so that when he gets out of that state, he's you can hit him for some more damage than just the pellet shot. The pellet shot does 1 damage unless you do a dash attack. If you dash and shoot, you do double damage, so. Like I said, I'll point that out in the bonus episode. But. So Launch Octopus shot a bunch of missiles, so now we get homing missiles. And we also changed Sting Chameleon stage up a little bit. By defeating Launch Octopus, part of Sting Chameleon stage floods, and that'll allow us to get the heart piece in that one, so. Yeah, it's the final stage that really changes by defeating another Maverick, so. Which Maverick are we going after next? Find out in the next episode. Bye!